Ernst Schneider finds comfort in this favorite classical piece. As he plays, he reflects on a different piece of music, one he composed after visiting a German concentration camp.
But it affected me a great deal. It was a very emotional experience. And so I decided I would write a piece of music on that subject of what I experienced, the way I experienced it. And it was in fact performed in Vancouver.
Schneider has composed over 100 works for piano, choir, solo voice, chamber music, and orchestra. His music has been performed on radio and television, in festivals and concerts across Canada, the US, and Europe. Schneider recalls a valuable lesson he learned years ago.
I remember when I was writing my first violin sonata, we had to learn the 12-tone technique. We had to at least study and learn how to do it. So she said, well, I would like you to write your second movement in the 12-tone technique. And I labored over that because I hated doing it. I really did. It's like an arithmetic thing. You know, you have 12 notes and you have to use them over and over and over again in different configurations. And I felt like I was more a mathematician than a musician. And anyway, I wrote the whole movement in that 12-tone technique. So when I brought it back to a lesson eventually, you know, she was very pleased with that, with the fact that I actually attempted to do this. And she said, well, now that you've written it, you have some experience, now you can write the real second movement for the sonata the way you like to do it. And we just scrapped it. So it was quite funny. I mean, I didn't like it at all, and I don't think she liked it either, which was just fine, you know. But nevertheless, you have to experiment with these different things.
Since then, the years he's invested as a music student, teacher, and composer have taught him discipline and focus. Writing music is an art, but there are deadlines too.
When you get right down into learning how to write music, it's a tough job. It is not, you know, a lot of people don't understand how intricate composition really is. And, you know, I mean, I studied with Gene Coulthard, I don't know how many years, just as an example now. Maybe I was a slow learner, I'm sure, but at the same time, you know, nobody was born to be the great musician. I mean, Beethoven took lessons, Haydn took lessons, Mozart took lessons. Everybody took lessons from somebody else. Of course, they were genius composers to begin with. They were born with a tremendous amount of talent, but that talent still had to be shaped and channeled in some direction, and the, you know, the nitty-gritty of composing still had to be studied, and they did.